think it's when it's your time. It's your time. Some people smoke cigarettes all their life, live to be 82, and something like. Some people live clean and get hit by a bus. It's not when it's your time.
Yeah, Michael Jackson ate better than everybody, man. That nigga dead like a motherfucker, man. Young at 57. Prince dead. Like all those people, they ate good, and like it's different things just happen, or like natural shit, like I grew up killing roaches, like just killing them. Them bitches, they had sex, they was born, everything. You know what I'm saying? They had a whole life in the ecosystem going on. I walk in the bathroom and stomp about 4 of them bitches and just kill them with no remorse, no they future. I ain't thinking about college. I ain't thinking about nothing. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Honorable DJ Metal Monkey. This is episode 168 with Jah Givingtree.
What's up, y'all?
Hell yeah. Let's start this shit, fam.
It's just me and you in the dark. I caught you peeking at my soul. I caught you peeking at my soul. I caught you peeking at my soul. As I walk barefoot across the sun on your bitch ass. Nigga!
Yeah, now this is the episode of Cold Blooded. Jah Givingtree and yeah, man, shit. So did you hear about the girls in Nigeria?
No.
300 girls got stolen from a school.
Wow, all 300.
Shit was crazy. So human trafficking in like Atlanta is supposed to be like the #1 spot on like on this map. Like I don't know about in Africa though. In Africa they stealing like 300 a week. Like a week. How do you go to school and 300 girls?
Funny. I'm laughing because that's not funny. But
they stole 300 girls. 300 girls. Y'all check this out.
Well, it was a terrifying night at a girls' school in northern Nigeria. The government says gunmen on motorcycles stormed a state-run boarding school, kidnapping hundreds of children. One source tells CNN the criminals forced the abducted girls from their dormitories into the forest. Some managed to escape the attackers, but it is believed more than 300 have been kidnapped. One police officer has also been killed. It is the second such brazen abduction in just over a week, and parents are distraught.
They said there is security in our state, but by Allah's name, there is no security, because if there was, this would not happen. Now, whether they have studied enough already or not, they are not going back to school. And this is not just coming from me, but from all the parents from this community.
So you mean that even if Allah brings back your daughter, you will not allow her to go back to school?
Yes, by the grace of Allah, she is not going back to school.
Because of my brother.
He was so dope,
my
man.
twin brother, like, he loved ODB, so I used to have to listen to that, hear all that shit all
I love Dirty, man.
So I got into him, so.
Dirty was like, that's like one of the, to me, I think he's probably the best, because he's the most successful Wu-Tang guy, because he went like 4 or 8 times platinum. Mm-hmm. Like, everything he got on like solo, it was a platinum.
I seen dude in person one time in Miami
on
South Beach. I was walking. It was on Ocean, right. Dude, he was walking. He looked like he was just out of it, like gone, like shoe. Didn't have on no shoes. He was it was like damn. Like what's going on? And you know he had money because this was like in the prime. This wasn't even when back
when
he fell off and stuff like that. Yeah. This is. Dude,
but you gotta think though, like they had money back then, but not like how we have money. Our artists have money now.
That's true.
Like then, they had like McDonald's money, like a good full-time job money for real.
A good $100,000
yeah.
a year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like and it was a lot back. It looked like a lot back then. They was getting raped.
Yeah, for real.
You know.
That's crazy.
They was getting raped bad.
And then another interesting fact about old dirty bastard is he's a Shinnecock Indian.
Yeah.
He's a Shinnecock Indian chief.
No shit, we all Indian. Yeah, well, I mean,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, we all
we
natives,
tripping, man.
We all indigenous.
We tripping, man. Like,
that's straight up, man.
Yo, matter of fact, it's this thing. I ain't even mean to cut you off. I got this clip. I gotta show everybody about this. About the Indians. It's how they came up with the Redskins and all of that stuff, the history behind that. I'm gonna do a little clip of that. I want y'all to check it out.
The true origin of the word Redskins has been lost to history, but some sickening evidence points at it originally being used to refer to the bounty paid for the bloody red scalps of Native Americans. A proclamation by King George II of Great Britain in 1755 commanded
His Majesty's subjects to embrace all opportunities of pursuing, captivating, killing, and destroying all Indians.
And it paid well. In today's dollars, the colonial government shelled out $7,200 for the scalp of a child, $9,000 for the scalp of a woman, and $18,000 for the scalp of an adult male. So think about it. You could legally get rich by slaughtering Redskins. By 1826, the word Redskins reached the mainstream through the release of James Fenimore Cooper's classic novel, The Last of the Mohicans. Something that Daniel Day-Lewis probably wasn't aware of when he moistened panties all over the world by playing Hawkeye in the movie. Then, in 1863, we get the first direct reference to collecting bounty for Redskins. The Daily Republican newspaper in Winona, Minnesota published the following announcement.
The state reward for dead Indians has been increased $200 for every Redskin sent to purgatory. This sum is more than the dead bodies of all the Indians east of the Red River are worth.
Which is why when Dan Snyder says this, a Redskin is a football player, a Redskin is our fans, he sounds like a total fucking idiot. Snyder seems to believe that because his father was a historian, he gets to rewrite his own version of history and claim Redskins as a positive term. And the argument that there's some sort of great tradition regarding the Washington Redskins name is ridiculous. The franchise has only been around for 77 years. Betty White has underwear older than that. But no matter what is happening in Snyder's imagination, by 1937, when the Washington Redskins got their name, we were already moving toward the golden years of the Hollywood Western, with the word Redskins being used by cowboy heroes and cavalry officers to refer negatively to Native Americans during a time of war. Furthermore, taking offense to the name is hardly a new thing. It was in 1968, as part of the Civil Rights Movement, that a resolution by the National Congress of American Indians first publicly protested the use of the word. And thankfully, some people started listening. The University of Utah Redskins voluntarily became the Utes in 1972. The Miami University Redskins became the Red Hawks in 97, and the Southern Nazarene University Redskins became the Crimson Storm in 98. As a direct result of protests from Native American groups, or through being moved by common decency, 28 high school sports teams in 18 states have dropped Redskins from their name. Meanwhile, lost in the depths of his own asshole, Snyder just doesn't get it. It's just historical truths, and I like them to understand, as I think most do, that the name really means honor, respect, Snyder told ESPN's John Barr. But in a rare example of a government entity getting ahead of social change, on June 18, 2014, the United States Patent and Trademark Office revoked 6 trademarks held by the Washington Redskins. They ruled that the word is offensive to Native Americans, saying this could be demonstrated, quote, by the near complete drop-off in usage of Redskins as a reference to Native Americans beginning in the 1960s. Ultimately, as inevitable as the Miami Dolphins sucking this year, Dan Snyder will eventually have to bow to public pressure and change the name of his team. So the next step is to come up with a viable alternative.
Okay, there's 2 sides to every story, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna give him not the benefit of the doubt, but like, I don't know his side of the story because he didn't come out and say anything, you know what I'm saying? But you know how situations like that happen. And this is another thing about like gender and what we teach women, you know what I'm saying? Right. So like when it comes to situations where there's a man, this certain man has clout, like, okay, you can know this man is married, you can know, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, true that. Yeah.
You can know this man is married. You can know because he's all over the news. But then you can still try to engage in relationships with him. You know what I'm saying? And when shit go down, you're not treated the way that you want to be treated. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe you're not as important as you thought you were in that moment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then your feelings change about what went down in the situation. You know what I'm saying? And then you see that, okay, well, maybe I can get a check from this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well,
that's one way to look at it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not to say that what's right, but like we teach women that, like, okay, you can go into these situations, you know what I'm saying, and it's okay. Like, okay, you can go into these situations where you know it's not right from the beginning. Like, it already stink from the beginning. Okay,
So,
you bury your wife there. This gonna be on some like freaky
When you-
threesome shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like where
you thinking that, but
okay,
yeah.
okay, now like how down are you? How in the gutter are you gonna go? Not to say that that's in the gutter, because people express sexuality different, and some people like and they down with that, but they down with that.
They down, yeah. They know what they
know what they getting. They know what they getting into.
On.
They know what's going on. So how come you can be down with that and then claim, oh, okay, now I was raped and I was drugged and you know what I'm saying?
Bill Cosby situation.
Like same type shit.
Yeah.
And then you look at what T.I. was involved in before that. Now he was getting all involved with politics, and he was talking about politicians and making his little rants known, and
they tearing his ass up too.
They tearing you up. You
There's
know what I'm saying?
up.
Now, like, if you already know you dirty T.I., you already got a felony, you got off a discharge, you miraculously got off of these gun charges, and now you getting tangled up with human trafficking, R. Kelly type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that, like
they trying to get him, man. Like
he gone, not get him. He gone. You know what I'm saying? Like he is gone.
Damn,
you know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't know. We got to stop teaching women that, like, okay, you know what I'm saying? There's modesty is okay. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody don't have to be that slut, that whore, that freak. You know what I'm saying? Like it's okay. We still need some good girls. It got to be a balance now. But if you're going to be that, you got to put your 10 toes in that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what comes along with that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And not that, like, I'm not victim blaming. I'm not blaming women. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that you're smart enough to take accountability for your actions. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting you on that equal playing field. Like, and just like he going to have to be accountable for his actions, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel
like you got the money, you got the power. You like he probably don't remember half these girls' names. Probably don't even remember what happened.
He probably
you know what
don't. Yeah, because you gotta backtrack all of the people that he see every day, all the time.
Real.
People calling, social media. You know, like
so it's like I don't know. And another thing, like all this shit is gonna be hard to prove. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Like it at the most is gonna smear his reputation, but like they always looking to make an example out of somebody. Yeah. So if you just that example, you going down regardless.
They got it. They ain't playing with his ass, man.
Just because the blood's in the water, you know what I'm saying? The shark's gonna get you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I hope people ain't really rooting against. I mean, I just wait till it's all over with.
It's not like I'm rooting for him or against him. Like T.I. like can be a joke sometimes. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion,
any star, any star,
you know what I'm saying? Like to me, I don't like how they try to make our celebrities into our spokespeople. You know what I'm saying? Because they just entertainers. He's just a rapper. He might have an opinion. You know what I'm saying? That's good for Instagram and stuff like that. But
you really
I don't want you to be the spokesperson on the nightly news when it's black issues.
When it's and the thing about it, it's not that
him or Killer Mike. You know what I'm saying?
It's not. Yeah, and it's not bad that there are celebrities. The problem is we have so many qualified people who could speak on it.
That's what I'm talking about.
You know what I'm saying?
That's like they go
so many qualified
exactly.
people. God damn.
That can explain it or articulate it. You know what I'm saying? Way better than T.I. You know what I'm saying? Or Killer Mike, or any of them people that's on their level. And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong to be like.
I'm happy that you're doing what they're doing.
Glad you're doing what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? But let people who have the background that when they trying to like slam them and they can't because they not living that lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? They not living. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Killer Mike's shop just got shot up.
Hey,
they say gun violence in Atlanta got crazy, but they got fucking everybody.
Look at what's happening. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people are out of work now. You know, what
they don't have no way to make money. They got
some people lucked out. You know, with unemployment, some people didn't. You know what I'm saying? Some people wasn't working in the beginning, even when they started.
They got them stimulators coming, man.
Yeah,
I think they say $1,400.
But how long that's gonna last if you already behind?
Hey,
you know
man,
so,
you better flip something.
For real,
y'all got to flip something. Y'all got
that's
to.
What I'm saying. Like, but some people they doing good in this time right
now.
They
put your money in the stock market and let that money either move like this. Check
let
it
work for you.
Yeah,
you know
man.
There's too many ways to do it now. Like
you got $1,400. If you got $1,400 and you don't have it right now, like from a stimulus check, like you get your check. And at least half of that $700 need to go into some type of investment.
For real. And it's so easy now, like to invest in the stock market. You know what I'm saying?
Bitcoin
so easy
and all
now.
of those coins.
All you need is cash out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All you need is cash out.
And you just have it moving, man.
Yeah,
and like, just leave it there. It's going to do what it do. It might drop today or this week. But, man, 2 years, 1 year, 6 months, that shit is going to be high.
For real. Like, for real, I just bought some stock today.
Yeah.
Somebody put me on to some shit that I didn't even know. I was like, okay. And, you know, let's see what it do.
Right. Shout out to Boyce Watkins, man. I was on his page. He responded to me. I feel good. I was like, that's my dog. Hey, you checked out Umar Johnson lately?
Umar Johnson. I think Umar Johnson has some good information sometimes.
Hell yeah, you do, man.
I'm not a Pan-African. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm an
indigenous black person from here, from the United States. You
know but what about the school though?
Huh?
You think? Did you see that school?
I haven't seen it. Like,
man, that motherfucker. They said that motherfucker like a haunted house.
Wow. I bet it do. You know what I'm saying? Like that's.
You can do a virtual school right now over Zoom.
Exactly.
And like anybody who want to teach people, get on Zoom and have a virtual school.
It's just a Ponzi scheme, and people that hold on to. It's like you know, like that's why you gotta have that you gotta discern stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because sometimes that black power stuff or that buy black shit can be a form of manipulation too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's just like
real. Like it's a marketing scheme, and
that's just like this show right here. This show it's not a black show. It's a quality show. It's a show for like you to come sit down and watch. Like you know what I mean? Call up the motherfucker and get on the show. Like you know what I'm saying? Like that's what it is. It's not black. Like I support black. I support.
Yeah, I mean, but I've been doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Black,
like, I'm just
what
saying,
the fuck?
like,
That's
exactly.
nothing
I like collard greens.
I don't got to brand that shit. Yeah, I don't got to brand that.
Cornbread and barbecue, and I like the way black people make
watermelon.
it. Support black businesses. So what's this new? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Who you think support black businesses and black people don't support them?
Yeah.
Like, come on, like don't try to brainwash me.
That
you know
shit
what I'm saying?
crazy. But that shit throw you off. Some people stay in the black world all day. I got friends that stay in the black world all day, and I'm like, yo, man, you only got about 50 more years to live. Like, you need to start living, bro.
But like, no, for real though, that's some serious shit because it's like,
man,
when you
can't spend your time.
Exactly, but I don't think like black people, we don't go around black all day until that black shit happen. Because sometimes black shit.
Black shit
like,
happens.
For real,
Man.
like I don't be sitting around thinking like, oh, I'm black. I'm a black man walking down the street. I'm a black man eating this.
But that's what other races feel like we act like. You know what I'm saying?
But
like,
then sometimes some black shit happen and you be like, damn, I'm black.
Oh, some black shit happen like
you know what I'm saying?
Black shit happen like a
you sitting there like, okay, I'm just in the store trying to buy shit and somebody hovering over you. Like, oh, fuck, I'm black.
Shit. You taking a vaccine?
Man, don't ask me that shit on camera. Yeah, I'm taking the vaccine.
What? Hey, don't that's cool, man. Hey, shout out to him. Hey, you take that shit. I did a video.
I don't necessarily believe in vaccines like that.
You don't believe in them?
No.
Oh man. Hey, is the Earth flat?
I'm sorry that I think that like.
Is the Earth flat?
What do you think?
I'm asking.
We talked about that the last time.
I know, man. Is it like, flat though?
It's certain like button topics that you know what I'm saying. You just can't address because Seriously, it's just certain buttons because people not really like ready. Like, I mean, not even that. Like, I believe one way or another way, but just to have the conversation is a hot bucket. You know what I'm saying? Topic is it's like
some things.
Some things like
some things just should not be.
It is what it is.
I mean,
like I'm telling you, that flat Earth thing. Like I'm gonna just say this about that. Why they go so hard on them though? Like if it's just ridiculous, if it's just ain't no sense to it.
Yeah.
Why they go so hard? Even to the president mentioning stuff. You know what I'm saying? When Obama was office, he addressed it.
Man.
Like really?
That's all I gotta say. You got his attention. Yeah, it got the president attention.
We don't know what we living on until we go explore and until we get access to that type of shit or that type of information or this and that. We can just go by what the white man say, and that's what a lot of the shit is. You know what I'm saying? As far as history and everything else, we just gotta go by what the white man, whoever they put in charge, analyze, and whatever they say it is, it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so,
and
if you want to live in that construct, go ahead. You know what I'm saying? But I don't live in that construct.
I choose my own matrix too, man.
Exactly.
Like I choose my own matrix. Like I said about the language. I got my own code language.
And I'm not saying the white man and like because people.
It's just
I'm not getting like I want to explain. I'm not saying the white man like everyday Joe white person that you see on the street that's getting victimized just like I'm getting victimized in this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Because white people kill more white people than anybody.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? and like that's part of the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? That's part of the bullshit that how they get victimized in the shit too, because it's like it's so much resources and aim towards like black shit or minority shit, and you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Dude, that shit's so crazy.
You know what I'm saying? That like okay, if the system and government is out to tax these people and like okay, just parking violations. Let's you know what I'm saying? Black people get more parking violations, more
just the bullshit
tickets than anybody else.
I mean, I know so many of my white friends that drive suspended and never got a ticket for it.
You already looking for our criminals. You know what I'm saying? You already looking for our murderers and our people who doing anything wrong or stepping across the line in any kind of way. You already on their ass. So you ignoring all the white ones who killing white people and.
But when the cops started. They were slave catchers, which they're still slave catchers.
Exactly,
you know
that's
what I'm saying. It's a
tradition, a culture that keeps. You know,
prisoners are slaves. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're a prisoner, you're a slave.
And just like they show us in those movies. What was that movie on Harriet where they had the black slave catcher too?
They're like, see, that's him, and they put the sellout in you. They install the sellout program.
No, they don't install it in you. Some people go and get the program. You know what I'm saying?
They like that program, man.
You gotta take accountability for
that's
your
what
actions.
That's what I was.
During an Instagram live session on Saturday, February 26th, the Bill Israel rapper tooted his originality and put the rumors of him having a clone or being cloned to bed.
Why this don't sound like Kodak? What the hell? So who I sound like? All this little clone shit starting to make me mad. You know what I'm saying? See, back then, all my other little bids, whenever this little clone shit came out, I wasn't really tripping on it. But now y'all blowing me now. How the f can't be them other? Can't mother duplicate this shit. All kind of be trying to imitate this shit, but they can't duplicate this shit. I need ain't saying yet. They know that. That's why they was mad that I came home. All these was scared for me to come home, man. These were trying to pick up all the money. I ain't trying to. Everybody could make money. Everybody could do this. I don't give a f about you, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody could park their little shit.
Kodak isn't the only rapper who fans are determined has a clone. Gucci Mane, who was released from federal custody in May of 2016, has had fans proclaim that he'd been cloned due to his slimmed down physique and healthy living lifestyle. Since Kodak's release in January, he's made a few significant changes in his life, sporting a new hairstyle and getting his lawyer's name tattooed on his hand. He also dropped on one knee and reportedly got engaged to 19-year-old rapper Mellow Rax. But yeah, what do you guys think? Is there any shred of doubt in the back of your mind that Kodak could maybe, just maybe, potentially be a clone? I don't know. Technology's been getting crazy these days. It's a possibility. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Hit that subscribe.
Say like, I just did. I don't know. I was just doing something the other day, and I just caught this dude doing this movie. It was like Black Messiah. It's not the Black Messiah because we want to talk about that too. But it was something like that, but indie, like real B movie, maybe C movie. Okay. Know what I'm saying? But like it was dope. Okay. So like that's what's going on. You think that like that's the reason why all these thoughts about us, like when the cops see us, they really get scared and shoot. Mm-hmm. Think it's because these movies, man? Because I mean, we got Empower, Power. We got
but like
dude, all of these indie movies that I'm seeing.
I feel you on that.
They all got the same plot.
A brainwashing and this and that, but like no, it's like okay, like I'm gonna take it back to Trump, like the big lie. Right. So if I tell this lie long enough, you're gonna start to believe it. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't know nothing about black people, and even if you know, but like they all you know is your family portraying to be bad and worthless and this and that, and then you looking around and all you see is black music and black female president, and you lose your space because everything starting to have a Garcia or some other name attached to it, and it's just not your parents' America no more. You know what I'm saying? Right. So you holding on to all that resentment and shit like that. And you know what I'm saying? Everybody be a valid gripe or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
That's true. That's
like that's the way they see. That's their vantage point. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And like the crazy part is, like me as a black man, I can put myself in your shoes and try to see how, like, damn, I can see how this could be hard for you. Right. But can you put yourself in my shoes? You know what I'm saying? Like, watch, people looking like you get murdered every day and this and that. You know what I'm saying?
You can't get this out of the movie.
Like, come on, like, I don't, like.
So did you see Judas, the Black Messiah? I haven't seen that yet. I heard the shit about Charlemagne and that other dude.
Man, I thought that was a real good movie. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it started off kind of slow.
Is it about slavery?
No, man, it ain't. It's about the Black Panthers.
I know, man. I really didn't know, but did know.
It's about Fred Hampton and like, but it was good because I didn't know that dude was so young. You know, like when you think of Fred Hampton,
or something.
He was 21.
21.
Yeah, so it's like
Fred Hampton.
He accomplished a lot in his little 21 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that was a good title of it too, because like, wow, you know what I'm saying? Like when you think of like fear of the Black Messiah, like in our culture, is like we got a lot of that. Okay, like anytime a black person starts speaking up and standing up, it seems like they die from Martin Luther King to Tupac, to Nipsey Hussle. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and it's like, who the fuck is like just think of like who's killing these people? And it's all black people. But how in the fuck is that really possible? Like, who's paying these motherfuckers? Because that's what's happening. You know, Malcolm X's daughter tried to kill Farrakhan, didn't she?
Wow.
Yeah.
That was recently?
Yeah. I mean, like, shit.
Wow.
Yeah, like, I gotta check the source on that. I gotta make sure that's right. But
I mean, like, I don't know. Like, people are just fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Black, white, or whatever they is. But, like, that's why, like, it's hard, like, to navigate racial issues and still try to be an individual, but still have to think, like, kind of as a group. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, for real, for protection and shit like that. But then, like, I don't know. That's just something in our culture that's been ingrained in us. You know what I'm saying? That like, like it ain't like it's almost a hopelessness. You know what I'm saying? So if somebody already feeling like hopeless, like damn, there ain't no way for me to fight this big thing. That's just in their mind. It might not be true in reality, but in their mind, it's true.
On some shit,
just like when they get you like you didn't do nothing wrong, but if they get you down to that police officer and start talking to you crazy and start telling you about years and this and that, and then cop the deals, you can only do 3 months. Or we can give you time served, but you'll have to have a felony on your charge. You didn't do shit, but you're trying to weigh out the differences.
Some fucked up shit, man.
That's some fucked up shit. You know what I'm saying? It's them hard choices. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's one thing that, like, not to say other races don't have that, but I don't think like when we say that that's an experience that we go through. That's the experience that we go through. I've lived them hard choices. You know what I'm saying?
I think those choices always hit us, man. Like a lot of us just get like caught up into that shit, like 17, 18, 19, right? And then those little mistakes that they hit us with real hard systematically, it just trickled down for the longest, and then either you adjust to it or learn how to. Or you just end up in prison, and it's like so easy just to end up in prison.
For real, man.
You can end up in prison on suspended driver's license.
Yeah, and
like child support.
Like, I'm a twin, so I have a twin brother that had that has the same upbringing as me. Grew up.
Did we talk about that shit?
I think we talked about
it. Man, I done had like thousands of conversations.
But we're not identical twins, but like we lived in the same household, we had the same upbringing and everything like that. But our lives turned out totally different, just because he ended up getting involved in the prison system. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
One thing led to another, it leads to another, and then you get in trouble while you in there. So it's like
that's another thing. Like
went in at 17 and ain't really been out, and he's 44 now. You know what I'm saying? Like he spent more of his life in and out of prison than out. You know what I'm saying?
Poor baby, man. That's
real.
Fucked up. Damn.
So that shit is real. When people talk about that shit, that's real. You know what I'm saying?
Have you ever seen that?
It affects real people. You know what I'm saying?
You seen that video with KRS-One and KRS-One and damn, who else was it? They was talking about the word nigga. Like it came from like where the word come from. It means king. He broke it down. Talk about the Bible. You didn't see that?
Black people get on my nerves with that.
That shit be like, dog. I just be like, bro, like, why is we stuck on this dumb ass shit, man? Like, oh my god,
like at first, you know what I'm saying?
We
like,
gotta,
like when you first, especially like when YouTube first started. And like you got bombarded with all this information and this pseudo information of black and African and Nubian and you know what I'm saying? Like it just be like I don't know. Like now I look at like it's crazy because at one time I was in that stuff and now I look back and I look at them niggas like y'all buffoons. Like for real.
Stupid
like
motherfucker, man.
Like it don't make sense.
Stupid
It's like there's value in what we've accomplished as black people in this country. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
For real,
like,
there's value in that.
Like
I get mad when people be like, oh, I ain't my ancestors, like saying I ain't my ancestors because my ancestors was getting their ass beat. It's like your ancestors was fighting back and kicking
motherfuckers have rebellions every week. You think the white man gonna publish that shit? These motherfucking shoe shines. That's why I call them shines, man. That's why I be saying shines.
Because they was fighting for their motherfucking life.
They was fighting every week,
y'all
man.
So comfortable up in this.
I embrace the word nigga, man, because like I'm telling you, if you call me a nigga, that mean I'm the nigga who ran. You was mad when you said it, so I embrace it. What up, my nigga? I'm gonna say it. White people can call each other that shit. You can't call me that shit though. You know what I'm saying?
I like me personally. I think you know what I'm saying. Like it's one of them trigger words. You know what I'm saying? It's,
for them.
Now, whether white people shouldn't be able to say it or not,
I don't give a fuck, man. Long as it's just got to be in the right context. Like, you can call me a motherfucker, then you call me a motherfucker. Did you see
that? It's a clip where these two white girls was they in high school, and they was I hope you can find this clip. But it's two white girls, and I don't think they're in high school. They're in college. I think they go to some female college, and one was drinking, and she was like, she said she called out niggers, and she was like, fuck Black Lives Matter or some shit like that, and she's drunk and she's drinking, and the girl next to her didn't really say nothing, but she was like kind of laughing and drinking they on live, and both of the girls get kicked out of school. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? At one time, at some point, you know what I'm saying, I want to protect, like my blackness, and be like, fuck that bitch, you know what I'm saying? That's what she get. You know, she get to get kicked out of school. Like this. Wait. But and another thing is like, but then again, as an artist and as somebody, who writes and does art and stuff like that, right? I don't want to be infringed upon my freedom of expression and speech, and you know what I'm saying? So it's
you're right, because like if you can't, you gotta look at it like that. You gotta look at it like that. Like that's the long term effects. Ain't bullets. You know what I'm saying? That's the long term effects of governing that type shit.
Exactly. So like we all for it when it's like okay, it's for
when it's
black
in our favor.
In our favor, you know.
Yeah, when it's like, yo, all right, now it should make sense.
Exactly.
And it don't make sense in the long run like that, because then you start governing shit. Then we got to govern everybody.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like you got to pick and choose your battles. I remember I had a principal. This white boy called me a nigger, and I kicked his ass.
It ain't nothing like being called a nigga by a white dude.
For real. And this is like back in the day, you know what I'm saying? In like 6th, 7th grade.
Oh yeah, that's when you get called a nigga.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Years, they figure out the word nigga.
To me, I was so hurt by it. And like, we had black principals, so I just knew my black principals.
He the coon, man. He the coon. Like, he was the coon.
It was a female.
Oh, for real?
It was a female.
Was she on the coon train?
I don't know about the coon train. I ain't know the lady coon. It wasn't
I'm joking.
about that.
I'm joking.
Like, what she taught me was important. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
She was like, you can't let a word control you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
for real.
That's
you know
a
what
spell
I'm saying?
too.
I got in trouble for doing that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
like not not being able to like hold my emotions. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Because words are spells.
Real.
Like if I say something to you and it affects you, that means that shit worked. That spell worked.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? How did I come up with that word? I spelled it out.
Words are words. Like, you can let them penetrate your heart and soul and live in your mind just because somebody called you ugly when you was 12.
Oh man, yeah.
You holding on to that shit.
I think I'm ugly. And for those people, I just be like, man, keep feeling like that, man. Because really, I know, like, you got the choice to think any way you want. And if you don't, man, this shit is funny. Because it's elementary. It's immature as fuck.
Exactly.
All right, so what you think about these, I got a clip of this shit, but what do you think about these damn Chinese people? You know the war on Asians? You know anything about that?
No.
Yeah, now they got these Asians talking about, they getting this, like, since COVID came out, they getting beat up, stabbed, all kinds of shit, man. Like, I don't know, man. I think this shit is some shit just to calm black people down and make everybody do this together, this shit. I don't know, man. Hey, Asian people, the ones who like black people, I fuck with you, and the ones who fake, you know who you is. I don't fuck with shit like that, but I want y'all to check this video out, man, because for the ones who I fuck with, and the ones I don't, that's just real.
That's just real.
Asians,
you know what I'm saying? People
like,
are fucked up.
Yeah, I done seen a majority racist Asians, and that's just my experience.
I've experienced a lot of like racism from like Asians, like
from like other races.
I'm not gonna say all Asians though, because I find
I got a lot of Asian
that
friends.
The Pacific Islanders are usually cool. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, yeah. I don't really think about that.
So like the Tongans, the Hawaiians, you know what I'm saying? Like,
true. Yeah, that's they cool. Different. Yeah, they different. You know but when it comes to like China,
Philippines, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, when it comes to Chinese people or whatever, like, because they call it the Chinese flu, and then do.
Stand for Asians.
Tonight, activists and concerned community members from coast to coast saying enough is enough.
It's really been terrifying for our community.
The fight aimed at a stark increase in the amount of reported hate crimes, harassment, and discrimination aimed at Asian Americans. In the last few weeks, the surge has been underlined by a series of violent attacks. In New York, police releasing surveillance video of a woman being thrown to the ground, beaten, kicked, and dragged on Tuesday. Across town, just 2 days later, police say a 36-year-old man was stabbed in the back unprovoked. The suspect, now arrested and charged with attempted murder, allegedly telling police he didn't like the way the victim looked at him. The surge also impacting the Bay Area, where there have been at least 18 incidents involving Asian Americans this year. 84-year-old Visha Ratanapakdi was killed after being shoved to the ground. In Los Angeles, U.S. Air Force veteran Denny Kim was beaten.
They started calling me Ching, Chinese virus, just all sorts of nasty stuff.
We're tired of being targeted. We're angry about how people perceive us.
Stop AAPI Hate co-founder Russell Zhang says there is a pattern of Asians being shunned and attacked during times of crisis, but the pandemic is a new low.
They're spraying Lysol on us as if we are the infection. And it makes me wonder about my place in the U.S. We're clearly not accepted. Can we ever belong?
Zhang's organization reporting more than 3,000 hate-related incidents against Asian Americans since the pandemic began.
Let's do this together and let's stand for Asians.
The rallying cry of a community pushed to its limits, now ready to fight back.
And Steve, the Department of Justice is now getting involved.
Yeah, Jose, this week the Department of Justice releasing a statement pledging that its Civil Rights Division has trained hundreds of federal prosecutors and law enforcement officers, all specifically to investigate incidents just like these. Jose?
Back on that, but yeah, back on that though, D'Angelo was at the Apollo, and you know the Soho Karen chick. Shit. So the Soho Karen chick.
You're right, bro.
Yes, it's that weed, man. Yo, the Soho Karen chick was that the little boy, the 14-year-old boy, of the jazz player. Not the jazz player. I don't know. He's a Grammy Award winning somebody. I don't know that much about him, but I know D'Angelo had invited them to the Apollo with him. Okay. To do his versus battle thing, and normally.
But he was versus against who?
He was an hour late for his own shit.
But who was he?
Him himself.
Him against himself?
He's just playing his catalog.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's a concert.
Yeah. That's basically what it was. Well, that's what
what
Method Man's was. It was just like a solo
showcase.
Just a showcase, man. It was crazy. Another thing, did you see Honeycomb Brazy? You know who that is? Honeycomb Brazy is a rapper from Alabama. Yeah, this shit sad. I guess they was beefing or something like that. Like he had some beef, and they went burn his mama, his grandmama, and his granddaddy up in his house.
Wow.
But really, I don't think they. I think I seen one story said that the air tank blew up. But I got a clip right here. It's like my brother's cousin. So
wow.
I want y'all to take a look at this shit. This shit crazy.
No. Lord, no. Lord, have mercy. I don't know. Man, I heard the boom. I thought it was somebody shooting somebody. I heard the boom, man. I see.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. The Gorilla Glue Girl.
Gorilla Glue Girl. What's your thoughts on that? At first, like when I first saw it, I was like, "Damn, that's kind of fucked up." You know what I'm saying? Like, but then I started thinking about it. Wait a minute, something ain't right.
Yeah. Why would she do that shit? Like that's Gorilla Glue. Like, is it real Gorilla Glue? Or is
I don't think she even had Gorilla Glue in her head to get it all looking neat like that. Like I don't believe that's what it was in the beginning. I think she put it in her head after the fact when she saw how much. No, seriously, I really believe that, man. Because ain't no way she could have got it like looking that straight using Gorilla Glue. Because it's tacky. You know what I'm saying? Because like I do art and stuff like that. So when you use it, whatever you put on it, it's gonna stick. You know what I'm saying? So if you're trying to put a comb through it to lay it down, that ain't gonna happen. Even if you put it on afterwards, you know, after you done did all that stuff, it's not gonna happen.
Well, that's crazy as fuck. So she got $13,000.
She got $25,000.
$25,000. Damn, it went up. Oh my god!
But I think she donated $20,000 to a charity or something like that. But like still, you know what I'm saying? She had to cut a deal behind the scenes with Gorilla Glue. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Like trust me, it was all kinds of shit going on. But then like the major thing to me is the psyops. You know, like now just look at like what's happening right now. We just got the first black woman in the highest office of the president. You know, like she's the vice president.
Yeah, she's
Kamala Harris.
Probably gonna be the president.
All right. Now check this out. Now I just find this interesting. Okay, now they never elected a white woman to be vice president. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So a black man was president before a white woman. Yeah. A black woman was vice president before a white woman. You know, it's like you got to think of the psyops that they try to send out. Like a black woman is masculine and not feminine. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And not feminine. And then you look at the Gorilla Glue girl. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like at the same time, black women are making leaps and strides as far as like achieving the second highest office in the United States. We got this smear campaign going on. Now I don't think Tessica Brown, I don't think she intentionally thought that she was going to be a part of that smear campaign against black women. She didn't think that was going to happen. But that's what happened. Like that was the story that was on the news while all this more important stuff is happening. You look at Gorilla Glue girl, a black woman holding a gorilla thing like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the imagery. Yeah. So you gotta watch.
Oh,
that.
I seen
you know
all kinds of images, man.
For real, like black women, they gotta watch out because like just like when Obama got in office, that's when you start seeing all the black males getting killed on news and camera footage on phones and stuff like that.
Oh shit, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's when all that started. Now watch the attack and the smear campaign as far as when it comes to black women. Just look out for that.
Yeah, like they got this George Floyd thing coming up. The trial for that's coming up this month. Wow. That's crazy, man. Wow. Like last month was crazy.
I did see that.
I'm happy they didn't have it last month. We had the craziest Black History Month I ever seen. Like
Gorilla Glue girl was the star of that.
Yeah.
She was trending.
That shit was crazy. But yeah, that was the wildest Black History Month. But when the George Floyd case come up, I wonder how much coverage it's gonna get, and is it gonna last long as it did before this presidential election? You know what I mean? Because before the election, we've been seeing black people die every day on like Facebook. It was like viral. Exactly. It was like black people. It was just like every black death that happened, we're gonna put this shit on. I'm like, what the fuck?
Man, it's a trip. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's like I feel like it's a part of like some kind of psyops, like to get you to thinking like it like you already know what it is. This is America, so what they do is they keep us infighting poor black people against poor white people against poor Mexican people. As long as we all
really about rich and poor.
Yeah, exactly. When it's really about rich and poor, so they get us caught up in all that. You know what I'm saying?
Colorism. Yeah.
Then they stealing all the money from the reserves. You know what I'm saying? With all these PPPs and all.
Do you believe in clones? Do you believe in clones or anything like that? Like,
I mean, do I believe in that? It's already happening.
I mean, all right. Then, so the internet, Kodak Black was on the internet talking about like he was answering the people that kept asking him, was he clones? And like, you sound different now, and da 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 da. And he was getting mad. He snapped about it. Gucci Mane even asked him, was he a clone?
Wow.
Like, so like, why would they? Like, if they did, because they are cloning people to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? But like,
I don't know if we go that deep yet. Like, how to have a whole nother person at that age.
They could do a deep fake, like the plastic bodysuit.
I mean, or they can do plastic surgery to make somebody who kind of look like the person look like the person now. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's more plausible as far as, but growing a whole person in a test tube in enough time, you know what I'm saying?
Like
switch them out at a certain age and teach whatever the clone is about that person.
It's too much metaphysics out there. That's just like going. It's going rampant. It's like
I don't think so, but I mean, Kodak Black just spent time in prison, and he's just get out. You gonna change?
Yeah, you ain't been on Instagram every day.
Man,
you ain't been like.
I went to jail for 3 days, so I came out a different person.
Yeah. You don't have no access. You gotta. You gotta wake up.
That is not for humans. If you ever been locked up, that is not for humans. It is not for humans.
So if transvestites went to jail, where would they go?
I think if they have a penis, they go with the men. If they don't, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's kind of wild, ain't it? That's wild, man.
That's wild. That's wild.
So that's a whole new dynamic. You know what I mean? And what's going on? That's why I was saying. They should overturn if we're gonna have like the sports because I don't have nothing against the trans community or nobody with.
I don't have anything against the trans community. I think it's a lot of ignorance out there, and I can claim to be ignorant to a lot of things as far as like trans people are concerned because it's just like you just don't know. You curious like. Somebody who don't like in my mind, I never felt like I was in my wrong body or you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, right.
But I think what's messed up is I think people get gender mixed up with like masculinity and femininity or gender roles in society. Right. So like if you got a little boy saying that he feels like he wants to be a little girl, like what does a little boy at like 3 or 4 years old know about a little girl besides she plays with dolls, she wears dresses. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's not necessarily sexuality. You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So is this little boy like, okay, if you let him play with the doll, does he still want to be a little girl?
Right.
If he can be a little boy and play with the doll?
Because I didn't have another He-Man one time. I just had one He-Man and took a Barbie and like just made. I mean, that's just real life. I did, that bitch worked for that day.
For real. But I'm just saying, like, so that's the like the weird area for me because I don't understand. Now maybe it goes deeper than that. Like, but I like in my mind, like a little child, if they thinking, okay, like
their testosterone levels are around 3 nanomoles per liter. So in other words, this upper limit is 3 times what would be typical in a female athlete. So it seems like a kind of arbitrary setting unrelated to the realities of the situation.
Well, I actually agree with you there.
But what happens with student athletes who decide to change their gender? Well, the rules are not clear at all. Most countries don't have clear regulations. And the biggest student sports organisation in the US, the NCAA, does not require gender confirmation or a legal recognition of a player's transition sex in order for transgender players to participate on a team that matches their identity, at least 1 year of hormone treatment prior to competing on a female team. In the middle of all this legal mess, Zuby, a UK-based rapper, basically identified as a female and broke British women's weightlifting records.
Saying, look, I'm not a professional powerlifter, but even I myself, I can stroll into the gym on any given day and I can break the British women's bench press record. I can break the British women's deadlift record. When I'm on form, I could potentially break the British female squat record. And I don't even compete.
So if you're a woman and you're a natural woman and you don't take any extra hormones or male hormones, you're not taking steroids or any sort of performance-enhancing drugs, you're doing your very best to compete and you're at the top of the heap. But then someone comes along that was a man for 30 years and decides they're going to be a woman, and this has happened, and literally transitioned a few months ago, and competes as a woman and destroys records and dominates you in that sport. That's bullshit.
The difference between genders, what is it? You know what I'm saying? They're not thinking sex organs. They thinking more like activities. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like the girls get to do this, the boys get to do this, the girls cheering, the boys playing football. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if we level all that out, like, well, if you're a boy, you can do this. It's not no gender roles and stuff. Would that kill that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
You know
I
what
mean,
saying?
that's crazy. But
it's weird.
If, I mean, if you went to jail for domestic violence and you're a dude, and then you sit in jail and you see the highlights on the news of a woman beating a man beating a woman, basically, you know, in a UFC fight, you sitting in there like, damn, son, like that's all I had to do. Like, yo, this dude got like 20 years on some domestic violence, and they doing it.
I think domestic violence is like, I'm not gonna say it's bullshit, but at the same time, you know what I'm saying? It's like we gotta stop. Like if I had a little girl, I wouldn't raise her to think just because you're a little girl, a man could beat you in a fight, because that's not true. See, it's like little lies we tell in societal, you know, that becomes societal norms. Like, okay, you're a little girl, you weaker than a man. That's not necessarily true.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying?
I had a cousin named Nikki
like,
used to beat my ass every week. Like,
exactly.
God damn, she used to beat my ass,
just because you a man, that don't mean you can kick ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because you're a man, you might run into a man that's bigger than you and stronger than you and can fight. You know what I'm saying? So what do you do then? You still got to stand your ground. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you still got to stand your ground, and that don't mean just because they bigger than you, they gonna win. Yeah. So it's like it's all a mind game. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? If we teach little girls, oh, you slower than a man, you not as good as a man, you not as fast as a man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's what we teach them. You know what I'm saying?
So maybe there's some little girls out there that can blow men out of the water, running and doing everything else. But like I don't know, maybe the trans culture is calling bullshit on all that. So once they start switching back and forth, it's like,
that's
okay,
the way to look at it.
We gotta join everybody together, and we all just gotta compete on an equal playing field.
That is the way to look at it, though. That is the way to look at it, because that's way more of a positive outlook on it. You know, because they are calling bullshit on a lot of it, because we do that to women. Like, it ain't that they can't do it. It's just
we put that limitation on them until one blows that limitation out of the water. Then it's another. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like, I'm not gonna, like, if I had a little girl, I wouldn't teach her like that. Like, no, you can do anything. You can be strong. You can fight. You can. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't gonna fight no like transvestite. I mean, I like I say, if it was a man previously, and she's a boxer, that's not gonna happen, man. I'm not gonna let that happen.
Well, scientifically, in the womb, everybody starts off as a woman.
Yeah, they do.
Like, as a female.
They do.
Then, like, hormones, whatever, then you go off into a man, and, like, some stay as a woman. I'm pretty sure, you know, like, the way, you know, like, nature works and things just happen, maybe somebody do feel like they you know what I'm saying? They got fucked up in that little journey there, you know what I'm saying? So, like,
I'm quite sure people do. They think, man, I should have been born in that body.
Yeah, so
but that's an experience
you know what I'm saying? That's what, like, okay, when you think of, like, free will and all that stuff like that, like, me personally, you know, if you want to augment your body and change and identify in feminine terms, that's okay. You know what I'm saying? But I think, like, certain things are finite. Like, gender, I think, is finite. Like you can change the outside. You know what I'm saying? Easily. You know what I'm saying? But you're still like, your chromosomes and everything is
just gonna
still be a man.
Same. Like,
or still gonna be a woman.
Like, as a
woman,
how
you want to present to society and how you want to show up in the world, I give you all the freedom to do that. like as long as you ain't harming little children,
I feel you,
and murdering people,
you all that shit. If you want fucking wings on your back and all that shit, I don't give a fuck. Dicks on your titties.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what it is. Body modification. This is what makes me feel better or look better, or, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, so I don't know. I can get with that more than I can get with, you know, just in my mind, I can get with that more than I can get with, oh, I feel like I was born in the wrong body. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, I'm a freak, and this is not just I'm a freak, but this is what it is. This is how I feel, and this is how I want to show up in the world. more kudos to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit got to take courage, because, you know what I'm saying, a lot of motherfuckers living, like, fake lives. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And, hey, whatever floats your boat. But I don't think you should have to, like, and this is the hard part. Is like, as much as you want to express yourself and be yourself and show up in the world the way you think, like, people should accept you. Yeah. There's another side to that where people can have the right to feel how they want to feel about that. How you show up and this and that. You know what I'm saying? Because you're showing up in the world in front of everybody. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you got to take the good with the bad. You know what I'm saying? You can't. You
have to, like,
you have to.
That's the way to look at it, bro. That is.
Because, like, then you go and infringing on other people's rights. Because, like, somebody might believe, okay, well, if you were born with which is true, and it's a scientific fact, if you're born with a penis, you're a man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can have your penis removed, you'll still be a man hormonally and everything. You can take more female. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I have to call you a woman now because that's how you feel. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
like, where's the lines in that? Because, like, what if somebody says, well, I feel like I'm an elf? You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And
like,
that's where we at now, though. That's where we at. That's where
like,
we at,
they can surgically get some elf ears.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's where we at now,
you know
though.
What I'm saying? They can, you like, what, like, where are the lines drawn? You know what I'm saying? Like, like, are we ready for that new world? You know what I'm saying? Are you gonna be on the side that's gonna go along with it, or are you gonna be, you know what I'm saying?
That's great. Yeah.
Then we leave, like, pretty soon people gonna be able to cut off their arm and get a robotic one. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's gonna be the rules on that shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, now, bitch, you just get to be strong.
But you got, yeah.
For real.
Hell yeah.
It's just like we getting into territory that's unknown, and we just gonna have to see what it's gonna be.
We just like, we wilding the fuck out. Like, we acting like man, this shit ain't. It's actually a video game. That's what we acting like. Like, we've raised that generation of gamers, because I'm a retro gamer. Like, everybody's a gamer, or got that, or watch Netflix or some shit like that. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, our imaginations go there, and, like, in some form or fashion.
Yeah, that's true. Like just like you get to get on a game, you get to choose your sex, you can change your face.
Yeah,
you know
start with the custom player shit.
Customize your body.
Yeah.
And change. Like, would you, like, that shit might be kind of
cool. Yeah.
In a way, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and literally in 50 years, that's where we at in 50 years.
Kind of now, you know what I'm saying? Them
5 years, that's where we at. You know,
hormones a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like y'all don't be knowing, like, some of y'all faves is trannies and shit.
You ain't lying. Hey, I want y'all to go check out Jah Givingtree's show. His YouTube channel. What you got going on your channel, man? Because I seen you had astrology on there last time. That's some dope shit.
I don't do astrology. I do tarot readings.
Readings.
So tarot.
Oh man, y'all need to get on this shit.
Y'all gotta check out my channel. But my channel is only for Libras. You know what I'm saying?
It's only for Libras.
But I mean, like,
my mom's a Libra, man.
Yeah, it's only for Libras, but everybody's a Libra in a way. Like, you might have Libra in your chart somewhere.
Right.
So you look up, you know, if you listen for that area in your chart. But, like, tarot reading, like to me, is not like it's mystical or is quote unquote magical as people think it is, and people like try to mystify everything, but it's not
right.
that. I don't know how to explain it to you. It's more like, for me, it's more like an intuitive thing. It's a form of, like, I'm trying to find the words for it. It's a form of psychology.
Yeah.
Like, think of a psychologist and they showing you these ink dot pictures.
I could dig it.
And you looking at the ink dots, and to you, this one might look like a heart. This one might look like but it says more about you than what the picture really is. Just like art.
Right.
How you interpret it. Tarot is, like, kind of the same way. You know what I'm saying? Me as the tarot card reader, I'm looking at the pictures and I'm telling the story.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the story I'm relaying to you is relating to you because seeing it from your point of view.
Right.
And if you're a good tarot card reader, you can, lead somebody in a path where they discover, like their answer to the thing. It's not like I'm trying to tell you the future. I'm trying to give you things to meditate and think about. And if those things hit you in a certain way, that's what you need to look at.
That's dope as fuck, man. So how often do you publish?
I try to do at least once or twice a month, but I'm going to start doing a little bit more to it. I think I want to do some talks like this by myself, just with some topics and stuff like that.
You gonna do a cold-blooded episode? That shit hard.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep coming to cold-blooded. You know what I'm saying? I like coming to cold-blooded.
Man, cold-blooded, that shit, man. This is where I relax, man. I smoke and chill, man. Talk about just shit, man.
Like, we just get together. When we talk, we like going on for hours anyway.
Man, we be talking anyway. Like, I should just hit record as soon as I walk in this bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like,
we like when he come over, we be like, okay. Like, let's not talk because we gotta save it for the show.
Right.
We've been talking about like all the topics before we get to the show. You know what I'm saying?
Like, man. So, you watching this Coming to America?
Yeah, I can't wait, man. I just want to see it. I just think
now
it's a cultural phenomenon type thing. You know,
man, that shit going straight to Netflix, ain't it?
I think it's
Amazon.
Yeah, Amazon Prime.
Ooh, y'all know I fucks with you, Amazon. I want y'all to come get some of my products, and they all mostly on Amazon too, except the programs.
For real, you see what's going on with Amazon? Ain't the dude stepping down?
Yeah, Jeff Bezos stepped down.
What's that about, people? I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut.
Well, one thing about it is a lot of time when you step down. I just heard a millionaire say this shit today. Ain't this some crazy shit? A millionaire, my nigga. That nigga said, sometimes you gotta, he said he was the CEO of his company. Mm-hmm. And then he only could go so far. And he said, damn, what I need to do? He said, I can't fire this team. These people making, I'm paying them good. They doing a good job. It's just something ain't making us grow. He said he had to fire himself and hire a CEO that was an expert and that ran this company. Now this man is worth like $110 million or something like that. Black dude.
Yeah, I wish I felt like that about. But like now that I'm starting, like stuff starting to come out, like a lawsuit about them, like all that money they was telling people to donate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Donate, like donate this money. You know what I'm saying, to help our COVID. Our drivers and shit like that. Yeah. The drivers ain't getting none of that money.
Nah, man.
Millions of dollars.
It's so much.
This is a multi-billionaire line, one of the richest men. If not, he's one of the richest men in America. You know what I mean?
Bezos, yeah. Well, exactly. And then too, like if you're the CEO of your company, a lot of times you do want to just step down and like let somebody else run that shit.
Yeah, because you was fucking up. You was doing some illegal shit, and I'm pretty sure it's some more slimy shit.
Oh,
that's
man.
slimy.
Just think of the money and business he got going on outside the country that's private that people don't know about.
Like that
niggas got the cocaine trade going on, and man, like niggas is flipping bricks out here, man. Like, and we don't know it. Like, like we'll see it on the news 15 years from now.
I don't think you'll ever see that shit on the news. Whatever he got going on,
but
he just gonna step down, and you ain't gonna hear nothing else.
Elon Musk was the richest guy. And then he fell 2 weeks ago. He made a tweet, and that tweet, people backed out in stocks or some shit like that. He lost $15 billion in a day.
What?
Yeah. But he still ain't broke.
I just bought some of his stock.
Yeah. Oh, that means it's gonna go up again.
It's up 6 points now.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Tesla's alright, man, for the long run. Because
I don't know, man.
He ain't gonna stop
those
doing
rich white boys wear me out. I'm sorry,
man. Elon Musk from Africa, man.
Whatever.
He from Africa,
me
man.
Out, man.
He a white nigga,
man.
He a white nigga, man.
I don't care what he is. It's not even black or white. The dude creeps me.
Yeah, because he got Neuralink in. He's like, okay, man.
Probably.
You see him, Dave Chappelle, and Joe Rogan was hanging out. That shit was crazy, man. That's what Dave Chappelle had got. Fucking
Dave Chappelle, my nigga, though. I can't.
Man, he the best. He the GOAT, man. He the GOAT.
Oh, sorry.
So you You checked out this dude, Charleston White?
What was that?
Oh man, check Charleston White out, man. He was like, fuck Farrakhan, right? Like, he was like, Farrakhan ain't never came down to Texas and helped the nigga out.
Wow.
So, like, you know, the Muslims, I want to kill you, I want to kill you. But I stand with, like, I like the Quran and I like their philosophy.
Let me tell you.
I like the Bible. I like Sanskrit. I like all that shit, man. Like, whatever you do is what you do, but I'm not going to say fuck that. But I understand why he said that because they was mad at him.
Maybe he could have articulated it better.
If you
know what I'm saying? But he's right. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Nation of Islam, like, when you talk about these religions,
that shit fire. Yeah.
Like, for that, the reason why they tax-free, you know, in the agreement for them to be tax-free, it's certain shit that they can't talk about or do, you know what I'm saying?
True that. Yeah,
they do what they supposed to do, just give you hope.
You know what I'm saying? Hope, that's it.
You know what I'm saying? And
now you gonna leave with the same thing you came with, bro.
If you chose to, you know, put your money into that, and them people, them shady people do whatever they want to do with it, you gave your money up.
Yeah.
Let them do what they want to do with
it.
You know, because at the end of the day, because, you know what I'm saying, you see it ain't helping you, you see when shit go down, and ain't nobody coming to your rescue. You know what I'm saying? You got to see with your eyes. You know what I'm saying? That's all I got to say on that.
You do.
You know what I'm saying? If you want to make a preacher rich,
it's like, or like, I mean, because you can.
And everybody gotta live out their little fantasies. You know, like some people throw money at strippers. You know what I'm saying? So some people like to make it rain for Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Bro, you know, that's your entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you're right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's the same difference because,
you know what I'm saying? And they probably get a better show because the singers at the black church.
Well, you get a motivational speaker because, like, I listen to like a lot of motivational speakers some mornings. You know what I'm saying?
And sometimes people need
but it's not like TD Jakes or no shit. It's like real motivational speakers who like actually like got for-profit companies. Like, hey, I make money, I make profit. Not I act like I don't make profit so you can give me all your money. You like that shit, tax-free and all that shit. So
it's interesting because, like, to me, like, spirituality, like, when it comes to God and what I believe, and
you shouldn't play with people's shit, dude.
I don't like to talk to people about it. I don't know. Is that weird? You know what I'm saying? Because, like, to me,
no, it's not. It's aging. It's maturity.
Yeah, no, it's not.
It's maturity.
But to me, then it's personal. It's between me and God. It ain't none of your business.
It's maturity too, because if you don't want to talk to nobody about it for real, it's like I've grown to not really give no fucks like that.
Exactly.
Like I'm not gonna do this with y'all no more.
Exactly.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
You know,
I totally get it.
Like, you got to grow into your own understanding. You know what I'm saying? This is all a path. You got to, whatever path leads you to whatever understanding you need to have to get through day to day in this fucked up ass world. You know what I'm saying?
Even the day to day, what about minimum wage, man? What about when they lift that shit up? What do y'all?
I don't think it's gonna happen, man. It's like we live in like this corporation that we all slave to. They ain't gonna pass that 15.
But dude, like
they gonna maybe get it
listen,
up to
man.
11 and
how
get it
is
up
it,
to 10.
How is it
maybe 12 at the most? It's not gonna go to 15.
Look.
I'm just like,
look, man.
And even if it did, let's say it did go to 15. You know what I'm saying? Like
inflation.
You know what I'm saying?
Like it's
a
not
loaf of bread gonna be $5.
Yeah, it's still gonna be $7.85.
Exactly.
It's still gonna be $7.85, whatever it is. Whatever
now they have an excuse to raise every fucking thing. You know what I'm saying?
The light bill is gonna be higher. Everything else is gonna be higher. It's just like
to make up for that wage because
the numbers just gonna look different.
They ain't gonna take away from their profits.
The numbers gonna look different, and the money that you're going to work for is a promissory note. So really, that's why I'm telling you.
Yeah, but see, like people, like I don't know. I think a lot of that big. Giant corporation shit gonna die because people starting to splinter off.
That's where we're going to, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Start your own business.
Exactly.
You have to
know what I'm saying? Like
so
it's like the new big businesses, people who are gonna be able to facilitate that for people to work on their own. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and like, since we're in a communist
new big business, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I mean, and since our society is the way it is. we're gonna have to do business like that. Like it's
like,
individual,
I feel like that
small
whole
businesses,
education
just
structure.
A lot of
like I think that's what
education's
that's
over with.
That's over
School's
with. You
over
see how
with,
they
man.
got your kids at home trying to get y'all used to
School's
doing
over with, man.
Doing it on the fucking computer, and if you can't keep up and do it on the computer, guess what?
You can't do it.
You're gonna be locked up.
Shout out to the parents who going through that shit. Because you really can
from prison.
Man, you can sign your kid out in the 8th grade. And be like, yo, deuces, like, I'm going to start my kid a company. We're going to start this business right here. And by the time your business, and by the time you're 18 or 19, your business is going to grow.
Exactly.
I'm telling you, I just had my son.
Start them investing their little lunch money or little money they get
stocks
from
or something like
grandma
that.
into stocks.
Well, you know, when we turn 18 a lot of time, and in America, we turn 18, we don't got shit when we get out of, you know, like we that's why a lot of us go to college, because we trying to get something. Like we trying to
even then, I think like
college
this is
bad.
I think where we fail in the black community sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Is like when our kids like graduate from high school and stuff. It's like sometimes I ain't gonna play old poor victim, but like. Black families, you know, you want like either they so controlling or they don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like it ranges in between the religious so controlling to don't
one
give a
extreme
fuck.
to
One
the
extreme
next.
to the next.
Woo.
So you trying to get out from either one of them. You know what I'm saying?
So, trying to haul ass.
As soon as you go, and so like we spend a lot of them years like just trying to find ourselves and learn and figure out like. Become responsible, pay bills on time, then figure out dealing with jobs, until we, you know, really
by the time you look up,
exactly, you about 35 years old, you start really understanding where you at and what you in, you know what I'm saying? Right, like fully grasping, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I think as parents, like we could do a better job. Not me because I don't have no kids, but I'm saying a better job of preparing your children. For that, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause you know what matters. You know what I'm saying? That degree ain't gonna matter. It's like how you, like, if you make money, you can hire a motherfucker with a degree. Man. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You can be his boss.
Man,
you know what I'm saying?
Like, shout out to that. Like, you ain't never lied, man.
So like, we need to get our kids off that mentality of like, oh, it's about get a good job and work for somebody. And, you know what I'm saying?
They get a good job.
The Department of Justice says a rapper who bragged in a music video about getting rich from an unemployment scam is now facing federal charges. According to a criminal complaint, 31-year-old Fontrell Antonio Baines exploited the pandemic unemployment assistance provision of the Federal Coronavirus Act. He applied for more than $1.2 million in jobless benefits. Federal officials say right now he lives in Hollywood Hills, and in a video, he bragged he's going to get stacks of these while holding up envelopes from EDD. A second man in the video raps, quote, "You gotta sell cocaine, I just file a claim." If convicted, Baines faces up to 22 years in federal prison. Katie Johnston for CBS LA.
Tired, like,
and right now, that's some badass advice too, because like, get a good job. Like right now for a kid that's 16, 15, or under 18 or 18, you know, get a job instead of go to college, right? And then while you got that job, get a business license. And whatever you're doing at that job, do that on your own somewhere. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
easier said than done. But
Shit,
like,
man. Hey, look, you got to jump off the fucking cliff at some point. Either the economy is going to make you do it or you're going to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
And when the economy make you do it, then they're going to have you in a program. And then they're going to be taking some of the money because they got paying for your training. They're going to bundle your school up in this business they give you. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be like making you feel like you got a business, which niggas like me going to have a business. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a business. I went in and jumped off the cliff and fucking failed and then succeeded. You know what I'm saying? Like, and some people ain't scared to, they scared to jump off that cliff. That's why they still got the job. They're like, oh, I got to get this job. No, it's serious. Like, get a business license and whatever the fuck you can do that shit. And like you just went, fill out the job application. Especially like if you got your last paycheck and you just quit your job. You got to be balls to the walls to like actually do this shit. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of time, people are in relationships out there, and I ain't talking against relationships. I ain't talking against them. But that's a lot of the reason why people don't do that. They keep going to work and keep going to work. Then they end up fighting, and then they get a divorce, and now you're 35 years old, you're single, and then you got to start all over, and you don't know how to do nothing but get a job, and your life is in shambles. But if you was a business owner, even that divorce and all that shit would have still, like, y'all would have had so much structure to where, like,
it probably been worse.
Yeah, so when you start
shit out, but I understand what you're saying. Like try to figure out how you gonna maintain, because a lot of problems in marriage come from finance, and relationships come from finances. So
it's always
maybe
finance,
that you should get that straight first. You know what I'm saying?
In America, it's
and I think that was a part of, like, because we look back on the ways that, you know what I'm saying, like ancestors used to do shit in the way that people before us used to do shit as bullshit. Yeah. But like, you couldn't get a wife unless you had a certain amount of cows, or no money, or no bread.
You had to trade.
You be one.
You had to trade 7 he goats and 2 cows for a bad bitch. You know what I'm saying?
For real. So if you
15 foreskins.
You wasn't producing nothing for yourself in society, you couldn't, like, that wasn't something that was afforded to you.
Yeah.
You can look on, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Maybe sneak and get you some, but you couldn't marry him.
You couldn't marry you, but none of that. None of that
So,
shit, man.
I don't know. It's like, and that's what we talking about, how we entered into this brave new world.
And that shit ain't long ago. Mr. on Color Purple was like, that movie was like based in what, like the early 1900s.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like 19.
Shit, my grandmother was like, her marriage was an arranged marriage.
Yeah. All
like
the marriages
was.
For
real. She was like,
all
we
the
were
marriages
married
was.
for love. We was
The
arranged.
daddies used to be like, yeah, this my daughter. You treat her good. And then she got to go with this nigga, dog. She got to go with this nigga.
Yeah, for real.
And he be like, this,
Yeah, for real.
nasty nigga, man. And that nigga now, he's the angry man because that's the nigga who buy pussy now.
Yeah, for real.
That's what I know now. Like, them old men, those were the ones, they bought pussy. I hate to say it like that, man.
For real. You know
just
what I'm saying?
Just look at our old
But
movies.
now it's called human trafficking.
Why did we used to have so many good? We had Harlem Nights, and even before that, we had a lot of movies, man. Like Cornbread Earl and Me, any Dolomite movie, that's funny. But like our movies and shit like that, why do we only got just like drug dealer movies?
That's the image they want to have.
I mean, like, you would think at this point in time, after like Hidden Colors and that movement back then, now you would have,
I think we talked about this last time. Is white escapism?
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So
it's
if I'm
still
a white
shit
person,
coming out.
But I know. But if I'm a white person, I want to escape. What do I want to see? A movie about me being a.
Oh man. Hey, y'all out there, like, just make a movie. Like, look. I don't got nothing against Christians, but like out of all y'all Christians, why don't all y'all black Christians too? We got so many black Christians. Most of the black population is Christian. Why ain't y'all made a black version of the whole Bible story movie?
You know why?
Like, why ain't y'all made that?
They don't even believe in people was black.
But when Mel Gibson, look, they made Mel Gibson
was black.
Yeah, they don't believe. They want to see Mel Gibson, bro.
Man.
They want to see Mel Gibson. All these, man, we got 10 Medea movies. Shout out to Tyler Perry. I fuck with you, Tyler Perry, but
I remember when you was little, when you read the Bible and stuff, you wasn't picturing them people was black people. Come on, like when you was in church,
talking about black. They couldn't be black, no, because Moses had blue eyes and he was so nice. He had fluffy everything. Like,
you was
man, fuck out of here. Y'all read the Emerald Tablets. I guarantee you. You'll be like, but like, seriously, so like, you got all of these people making all of these movies. I've seen everything made under the Christian banner because I think that's just being separate. Anything that separates you to any thinking of theology, you know what I'm saying? When you can't accept somebody else's theology and I gotta accept your, you know, anything like that, after a while I gotta cut it off. So like, I've never seen an all black Bible story movie. I've seen so many white ones, it's crazy. Now, it's like, even the story of Kemet, I've never seen a black stuff. Like, why can't we just make a movie of that? Like, we don't have to make Boys in the Hood again. We really don't have to make another drug dealer movie. Like,
I'm so tired of it anyway. That's why I never watched Power. I never watched that
I've
shit.
never watched
I
that
was like,
shit.
I know what's gonna happen.
I've never watched somebody's a drug dealer, and everybody going to
somebody he gonna die. Somebody gonna die.
Yeah.
Shot like I already knew it. Like you already know.
Facebook and Walmart, nigga.
For real. For real.
It's just every day, same
follow
shit.
that one, but then like did you watch what's that shit damn. It was on HBO Max. Damn, why can't I? Lovecraft Country.
Nah, man, I got HBO too, and I don't even fucking
I
watch
thought that was amazing, man. Like
Nah,
so there's stories out there. That was like
Yeah.
that's an example of like going in the right way. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Even though it had its little
And
moments.
some movies I get at. Like, I have my movie times, but like I really stay into like studying like life now, like more. I mean, I get into my movie times. Like, I think like it depends on like what time of the year it is. Like right now, I'm just in a season. I'm reading a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I like to watch the stuff that just seems different to me. Like if it's just like I'm a sci-fi.
Me too. I like
fantasy, all that shit.
I bet you don't like
Marvel,
Sharknado.
huh?
You watch the Sharknado?
Nah.
Man, what, man? You gotta see Sharknado, man. They got a lot of them bitches, man. I was watching Sharknado Christmas, man, this past Christmas, man. Shout out to Sharknado series. You ever watch like when Halloween come? Like, do you watch the like sci-fi like Wrong Turn or shit like that?
Yeah, I mean Wrong Turn.
You ever seen Wrong Turn?
Yeah,
that's
that was
fucking
a good movie.
freaky
Yeah.
shit, ain't it, man? Like,
I like that movie.
yeah, nigga, like, whoa, fuck.
I watch a lot of movies. I've seen a lot of movies. I think like movies are like dreams that people can share. You know what I'm saying? Like, experience together.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to that shit. Y'all heard that? Movies is dreams that people can share.
Yes.
That's fucking dope. I like that shit, man. That was fucking damn. But so yeah, man. So like they got the Neuralink shit, and I'm thinking Elon Musk really got that shit in his fucking head. That's what I was gonna say. Like, I really think he got that shit in it because I watch the way he move and all of that stuff. But I don't even think that's bad. I
like some of the things he says when he talks about like AI and like.
I think we are AI. You think we AI?
I mean, on some type of level.
On a level, we are AI, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think.
Man.
This is just a world of possibilities. I would put it past us. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a world of possibilities. We all matter. We all made up of the same shit. Matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? That could be in a computer thing. Like, I believe that the little games and shit you play, that might be an alternate universe that you created. And you know what I'm saying?
When you playing the game, that thing is the AI. Yeah, it is the other thing. So, I mean, what if them things never cut off now?
It's gonna get deep, like especially like everything's like the augmented reality. You ever seen that shit?
Yeah,
and,
I'm
that's
loving
pretty
that
cool.
shit.
Yeah, and the what do they call it with the Oculus and what?
Yeah, I know.
You know, like
I know what you're talking about. Like, it's new to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's new to me.
I want to try that out. Like people like bowl.
That shit
like people bowl in it.
Yeah, it don't even cost much, man. Like that shit.
I
Yeah,
wanna try it out.
I might get some
virtual reality. That's what it's called. Yeah, but I think
the VR. Yeah, the shit.
Man, that's the future, man. Like people don't understand. Like y'all don't see what's happening, man.
Yeah,
like
man.
just imagine you just gotta stay home and stuff like that. Like that's gonna be the next thing.
Oh yeah. When you gotta stay home, you put on some virtual reality.
Put on some virtual reality. Go anywhere. Go to a store. Buy the shit you want. Pick out the stuff from the shelves.
Right.
And then it's sent to your house. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And it is like
you want to go have a meeting.
Yeah.
Meet up in virtual
you
reality.
Got a fucking robot.
Have your little avatar with your face. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got a whole avatar
that look like you with the
face recognition.
Exactly.
Yeah.
For real. And then like the people with the augmented reality glasses, they can see you. You know, like even if they really there, they can see you. You know, in the virtual world because they really at the store. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like shit like that's gonna happen. Like,
what do you think will happen if for the next from now to August, the power goes out and the internet goes out in the whole United States from now to August, and it cuts back on August 1st?
I don't know. That's gonna happen. You think?
Man,
you think that's gonna happen?
If it do, what do you think? What do you think the world will go to?
Man, like in 13 days, this shit. like for real,
Dude,
shit.
I think,
like,
oh man,
that's not
the realization of that is so crazy. Because think though, man, in 1985 we didn't have this.
Exactly.
And like a lot of countries still don't have it.
This shit is getting strange.
You know, in China, they don't
see
have
what happened with Texas. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no. So thank you. Cool. I'm gonna show y'all a clip after this, but yeah, go ahead.
With Texas, like the big freeze and all that stuff like that, like how they were totally not prepared. And the government,
right?
The government. Okay, like I don't know how much we expect from our government for one thing. You know what I'm saying? But one thing I do expect for y'all, since y'all gonna put all these red tapes and stuff involved in like housing codes and how you build a house and stuff like that, which if you do the research stems back into racism, and I don't want to go into that because they was knocking down all the little shanty towns that the black people was building up, so they was knocking them down, and then you had to get a building code.
True that.
You had to get all this licensing when you used to be able to go out and build your own house if you wanted to build a house. That like we ain't gonna go there, but but like, okay, y'all make all these rules, and then y'all don't put these houses up the code. Like, granted, like it doesn't usually get that cold in Texas, but like, man, like for all the electricity to go out, you can't warm up your house. You know what I'm saying?
You
like,
know what ended up happening, right? Like those people had like, just say, you know, like when that shit surged out, right, they was in the dark and all of that shit, and then when it surged back on, some of those people's bills is like $2,000 and shit like that right there.
Man, fuck
man, like it's fucked up out there. Like it's so bad because they don't have. Yeah, because those are private owned companies. Yo, y'all check this video out.
I'm not paying no $2,000.
Skyrocketing electricity bills. Some Texans have seen bills as high as $17,000 after last week's storm. That's because the Electric Reliability Council of Texas, which manages about 90% of the state's electric load, underestimated how much power it would need. When the storm hit, supply simply couldn't keep up with the demand, and the wholesale price of electricity spiked. MSNBC's Stephanie Rule spoke with one homeowner who is experiencing this firsthand.
So last month, you owed $49.
$49 for the whole month. And this month, I've already been charged something like $700-800. And I currently, right now, owe Gritty $3,435.
So for this month, you're going to owe about $4,000, and that's up from $49 last month. And in your other home where you currently live, where you pay a fixed rate, you'll owe $100, maybe $200. That's right?
$145, give or take.
Wow. Many laws and regulations come because of racism, man. Like that's how weed was criminalized, because they could get the black people on it. You know what I'm saying?
It's just
like for real. Man, it's like racism ruins a lot of shit.
It's a business. It's a business, man, and like it depends on what your goals are and how you react. You know, like everything that you encounter.
All these laws and licenses and this and that you gotta get
Dude,
because
it's a lot of shit in the Matrix
and shit like that.
It's a lot of shit in the Matrix.
For real, it was all kinds of roadblocks put up. You know what I'm saying?
It's a lot of shit in the Matrix.
So now we all gotta jump through those hoops. Now there's so-called no more racism, no more, and everything's equality under Biden. You know what I'm saying?
It's like, look at his track record. I'm not gonna believe his track record. I ain't gonna believe his track record. I'm gonna just like say, yeah, he's the best, the less of two evils. Nah, I'm gonna just keep what the fuck we got. This guy's
I didn't vote for him. I'm telling you.
The thing about Trump,
do it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm tired of these like, and not to get all black and white, but I'm tired of these people that get the claim being, you know what I'm saying, an indigenous person from this land, you know what I'm saying, that was entrapped in slavery or, you know, forced indentured servitude, you know what I'm saying, or whatever you want to call it, you know what I'm saying, like taking advantage of which and every way, you know what I'm saying. I'm tired of people coming from, like, migrating into this country and then getting to claim our identity, you know what I'm saying. Like Kamala Harris is not a descendant of a slave.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Barack Obama was not a descendant of a slave. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So stop with that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
At
like,
all,
I want to
like,
see that first president, you know, that was came from descendants of slaves.
Yeah.
Or first female black president came from descendants of slaves. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad.
That's powerful.
You know, no, I'm glad that they got their chance. You know what I'm saying? But I want to see that, like people that's been here for years and years, bloodlines has been here for over thousands of years, you know what I'm saying? Like they get ignored in the history books.
Yeah, I think they'll try to rebate. Like they'll be not. I hate to use the word but they will. Like they'll be scared that those people will probably try to retaliate or like do the right thing, like they'll do what Haiti did. Like, why the fuck wouldn't they? If they were descendants of slaves from here, I mean, prisoners of war. I use a different term.
Prisoners of war.
Yeah, that's what I use. I say prisoners of war because now I can't even when I say slaves, I can't even say slaves. I just really say
stuff
prisoners
like
of war.
it infuriates me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you know, when you get older and you start to really learn your history and stuff like that, and then you see all that shit that they was telling you.
Man, black people taught me this shit. I ain't gonna even lie. Like,
no, but you know, I had black teachers and stuff teaching me this shit too. You know what I'm saying? But it was a part of.
I learned this shit at school. Like, I knew white people was gonna go with this narrative. Like, this is white people's narrative. This is what I've been taught since kindergarten. But then black people reinforced it for me to believe it, and like because they didn't have the information. I'm not blaming them.
No,
but I'm just saying
I can't even go that far because I know, like my grandmother told me that we were from here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I thought
so did my mom. You know, so did us. But still, it's.
You know what I'm saying? She said that, but you know, you think like, oh, you know, they don't want to be African. You know what I'm saying? They're ashamed of their history and culture of being slaves and and they don't know because they ignorant. They didn't graduate from high school and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So like they gave us that pass to not listen to what our ancestors had to say, or not to take it as fact, or it was backwards and it wasn't a white culture. You know what I'm saying?
See, a lot of these people. I didn't like. The other day, I was looking at these documentaries and putting stuff together in my head, just watching documentaries. And what it is a lot of people. The narrative is that the white man came over with guns, and that's what happened. That didn't happen.
They emptied their motherfucking jails and prisons, sending the worst.
Those guns were all right in real time. Those guns were they were basically slower than a sword. They were slower than the bow and arrow. Yeah. So like they was outnumbered. They was getting slaughtered. So like the thing about it, what happened was when they came over here, they would kidnap. They would grab a person, one of our ancestors. They'll grab them and then hit like put some disease on them, and then let them loose, and then like run and hide. You know what I'm saying? So they was bringing sick people here, and then they started spreading disease.
Look, this shit ain't what you think.
Yeah,
they still doing.
They started spreading disease, so nobody really. They didn't come over with guns and blah blah. No, those people were dying, sick, weak, and then they attacked them after they gave them disease. They gave it about 6 months.
Exactly.
That's fucked up, dude. Like, so that's how they got people. There wasn't no guns. They didn't come. do all that scare tactic that they write in the books and the stories. It was
biological warfare.
That's what it was. And then they came with blankets and all of that stuff, and
then they wonder why like black people don't want to take the vaccine.
Take the vaccine. See that other black dude? I got a show where that nigga tongue blew up like that. Like his tongue was like big and stuck in his mouth. It's just swelling and swelling and swelling. Oh man, it's gross.
Wow. See, and then they wonder why.
Like, it's gross.
And why you don't trust it? Oh, don't trust us.
Yeah.
You know,
that's crazy.
No, but then I think it infringes on our rights. Like you got to pick a side. Like either we have these rights as Americans that we supposed to have, or we don't have them. Either we have freedom of speech, or we don't have it. Like Twitter being able to ban, Trump, even though I don't agree with what he says, but the fact that he couldn't have his freedom of speech in America, you know what I'm saying? But not on there. Like it's too many loopholes.
To go with the narrative.
You know what I'm saying?
Like we ain't going with the narrative, man.
Exactly.
We canceling you, and that cancel shit.
So it's like
I'm so tired of that cancel shit.
Like even though we have this freedom, but it's like we're being run like a like China.
We're moving to
like
a
regime
it's like a
type,
ghost,
you know what I'm saying?
a ghost dictatorship.
Yeah, ghost dictatorship.
Because you don't know who to say that's doing it. We got to keep saying they.
Yeah, exactly. But we know
and
it's
that's
being
what
done.
When we get in a political argument, then we saying they, and it's like fuck, we lost.
Yeah, exactly.
Because now we gotta say they, but you know what the fuck I'm talking about. Like
exactly.
It's one of those things.
You feel it going on, but you can't really pinpoint it. Like even with the Trump thing, like it's starting to get kind of scary because it's like
that shit's ridiculous, man.
Like, but what if they was right? You know what I'm saying?
I believe they were right, but it's like this. It's just like the conspiracy theorists. Like, okay, if it is okay, I'm not saying
he's not doing the shit that he said he was going
what
to do.
I'm saying is,
you know what I'm saying?
If 9/11 did happen, if it is like reptilians running and clones and shit like that, if it is, what the fuck is you gonna do? What you gonna be so scared? Then what? You gonna run off the earth? What the fuck is you gonna do? Like man, like at the end of the day, like I love conspiracy theories. Like people send me emails and shit like that, and I like reading them. I be like, yeah, dog. I get videos. I love that shit. But at the same time, I'm like, yo, bro. Like I really
that deep, what could you really do?
What you gonna do, man? I'm with the shits. Like if y'all doing it, if they out there doing it, they've been doing it all my life and they ain't did it to me.
For real.
Like, goddamn, what you want me to do? Call on that shit for me? Leave me alone. Like, is you the feds? Like, you trying to set me up? Like, why is you telling me about the reptilians? Like, nigga, I like the reptilians. Yeah, like, I like the reptilians. Nigga, shut the fuck up. Like, the fuck you wrong with you? That shit crazy. Niggas in conspiracy theories, man. That shit is so crazy. And I'm like, dude, we black people. Like, everything, like, if you think it is true, it's true, motherfucker. Just go with that. And, like, get your mind on whatever is productive. Because, like, I see people spend, like, all day long on, like, social media. Especially Facebook. All right, Facebook is, like, so toxic. You go on there, you see so many ideologies, arguments about those ideologies. And Michael Jordan versus LeBron. And, dude, it's like, that's
like you can't even prove
man.
Either way, you know what I mean? Like,
that's why I don't get on the black train or the Haitian train or Jamaican train. I don't get on none of those trains.
I wanna like explain, but I want you to explain that. So when you say the black train, what do you mean? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it's the train, black train. There's a product called Black People.
For real?
And yeah, it's a product called Black People, and it sells. I don't know when it's gonna hit the stock market. It's probably on the stock market that I can't get to.
For real,
it's probably on OTC, and that's
making a lot of money.
Yeah, that's over the counter
to us.
Yeah, but it's probably like it's not available to us, but we on the stock market somewhere. It's called Black People, and then there's one called White People, and then you got the other races.
The other ones.
Yeah. And they invent races all the time.
The crazy part about it is like they make up most of the world, you know what I'm saying? But then they get to be called minorities.
Yeah. then they say the minority group they say that on TV. And then these people will say, hey, yeah, I just want the minority grant. But then if I say, hey, idiot, come here, they gonna get mad at me. But actually, you just call yourself an idiot. You let these folks call you an idiot on national TV. Wow. They literally said the same word for the definition. They call you an idiot. Wow. But if I call you an idiot, you gonna be mad at me because you're gonna take it as an insult. But it ain't an insult when they just say the word a different way with the same meaning. Yeah. What the fuck? They just use a different vibration.
Brainwashing. Just
that's how that spell works, man. It
used to be niggers, then it became thugs. Those thugs.
Yeah,
you know
yeah. Like,
you know what I'm saying? Like, you mad over nigger, but now they calling you thugs. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Man. And it's words are spells. And if you don't want them to work, if you don't want those words to work on you, just don't react to them.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how not to do it. You don't react to them because everything it's gonna be a reaction.
Like, you can react to maybe not the word, but maybe the intent behind the word.
You can react to it, but you just don't react the wrong way.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Know how to handle your reaction. Exactly. You know, that's it all. Because I've just seen some of the wildest shit lately, man. Just like reaction wise, like this shit crazy, man.
For real, man. Especially on social media. It was this clip I saw, man. It was on Twitter, man. It was this dude, but these was all white people. But they got into an argument about shoveling snow. You know what I'm saying? Because the people were shoveling snow into his yard. And dude,
I seen that.
Dude,
I got that clip coming up. Yeah,
dude, straight went and like just clacked both of them.
Yeah, man. Dude, I mean, yeah, man, that shit crazy as fuck.
I mean, I watched it and it was like sad, but then it's like, okay, have you ever been that mad?
I ain't never been that mad. Nigga, like, I would've, like, it ain't that deep, because I know, you gotta think long-term effects. Okay, like, I'm going to prison. I'm going.
Exactly.
Like, all this over with. Like,
it's over.
My point,
he ended up killing himself because he knew it was over, but I guess he got that moment off because dude reveled in that shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, like when somebody push your button and they talk so much shit, like you just ain't gonna do nothing. Yeah. You ever been in that situation? Yeah. But this motherfucker here did.
He did something.
He was like, "What? Well, I'm a motherfucker."
Oh, man, that shit.
Especially when they start calling him a faggot. I think
that shit did it. That shit did it. Yo, man,
that shit got that gun. Shot the dude. Shot the girl. I thought he was gonna leave her alive, but he went back.
Dude,
it was
crazy.
It was
man.
horrible.
Hey, y'all check this video out.
Call the cops! Call the cops!
Are you okay?
Call! Yeah! Oh my
God! What happened? What happened?
Call 911.
What happened? Just call 911. Go get my phone.
Oh my God!
What happened? No. Are you okay?
Jerry, call 911. You should have kept your fucking. Pussy hot.
Shit, this was a good ass show, man. I enjoyed this shit, man. This is Jah Givingtree. Hey, yo, what's your channel like, though, man? Like,
yeah, y'all can check me out at Jah Givingtree on YouTube, and you can check me out at Jah Givingtree on Instagram. Yeah, you can see my artwork on Instagram, YouTube. You can check out my tarot channel. I only mainly deal with Libras, and I'm gonna do some talks. So check it out. It's more about spirituality, though. So
yeah, y'all want to get some of that good old spirituality? Y'all check it out, and that Libra stuff.
Yeah.
This is episode 168. Yeah. Hey, and it's crazy, y'all, because 167 is coming. It's just taking me long to do it. So don't worry about it. We're going to be on in the morning, and it's going to be off the fucking hook. Thank y'all for joining. Peace.